Cauldron Hill was awash in the blood of 1,000 blackbirds, the variety most commonly thought of as vermin by those who make their living by the sweat of their brow, working the soil. But these crows were not slaughtered by the salt of the earth. No, Davies was sure this was black magic, as black as it gets. Miles from his destination, with a perilous traverse down the hillside and into more civilized lands, Davies weighed his options. Truth be told, he had no desire to confront the vampire, here or elsewhere, but it was here that he was led. This game she was playing was beyond his more reasoned mind. Verkaic was mad, in the most damnable sense of the word. Whoever's cruel hand was responsible for dragging her into undeath robbed her of whatever semblance of sanity she possessed while living. This scene was carefully planned for his eyes alone. She wanted a specific reaction, and as Davies retched up the remains of the day, this was surely it. Davies knew without doubt the vampire in the depths of her black heart was assured he would be unnerved by the swath of ruination. She was not wrong. Wiping the bile from his chin, Davies examined his surroundings, noticing the pattern in the way the bodies were aligned. This was no simple felling. There was purpose here. But what? The black crows were arranged in swirls and humps. Where the untrained would have seen nothing but randomness, Davies was slowly beginning to see the message behind the madness. But to be sure, he would have to call upon those talents that made him so invaluable to Churchill and the occult arm of MI6 during the war. Lowering himself to the ground, Davies crossed his legs, blocking out the pain in his hip by using ancient techniques taught to him by his near-immortal mentor. Slowly, deliberately, he brought his hands outward, his fingers executing intricate eldritch gestures, forming somatic runes in ethereal space. Whereas Garrick Ward was a warrior born, a master of both sword and spell on the material plane, Davies' skills were no less awe-inspiring, though they occurred within the realm of another existence, that of the astral. With ease, Walter released his spirit from its physical shell, rising up and away from his body, tethered by a silver cord that kept him from becoming unmoored in this surreal environment. Below, the strewn corpses of the Black Aves revealed their secret, as the preternatural construct, a spell most devious, reached out from the astral into the material, binding a human soul. But not here. No, Davies thought, his spirit adrift on the celestial wind. But not far. The avian corpses were arranged in a pattern that, when seen from above, assumed the form of an ancient sigil sometimes found in little out-of-the-way places, such as Ignativa Cave in the southern Urals. Representing the sparrow, using the crow, a common adversary, could beg many interpretations, but for Walter Davies there was but one. The vampire spelled it out in her letter, calling out his compatriot by name and alluding to her discovery of his sanctum sanctorum.